bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
Ready? Black, look at that.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Winston now. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Washington. Ready?
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. 20! Touchdown, Washington! A great effort there. 41 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Check, ready. Go to base. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bound to lose one. Check 31. Check 31. Hatch it. Go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Check.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. It's complete. It's Miller. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The 33-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him a yard.
Ready? Check, check.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got one. Watch the safety creep.
He'll look to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Redskins 7, Vikings nothing.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Walk them. Walk. Out the way. Watch out.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 18-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those. And maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing, Winston. Open man is born. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw is Winston. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. They go play action. Winston. Got the connection here to Bourne. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Play fake. Winston. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check 43. Check 3. Check 3.
Second and 14. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Check 4. Check 4. Check. Check 13. Check 13.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got nothing.
Now Winston. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Oh, he sheds himself free. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check it out. Ball trot. Slam. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A gain on the play. That's good for the Vikings. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go, baby. 36, 36. Check three, check three, check three.
They're going to look to throw. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. 6-man. Check girl. Shoot! Shoot! Tighten up, tighten up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Ready? 54, right? 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, come on now. Come on now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Switch. Switch.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Brandon Cooks. there to make the grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Myers for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Redskins take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Winston. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Juju Smith-Schuster. As the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Take over first and 10. At their own 3-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then they'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Let's go now. 54. 15 on it. 15 on it. Will, let's get it together, defense.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. And here we go. Shift, shift. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check it back, check it back. Shift, shift, shift. Joker, joker, joker. Shift, let it go.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Let's get it. Here we go. You're out. And reach. Safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. And
now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Kendrick Bourne, 87 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard. Line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get onto this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah,
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
We own them. We own them. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught by Evans. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in instead?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Ready. Black, we do that. Three burn.
The first down throw for Winston. Open man is Bull. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. On the draw, this is Henderson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run with Henderson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Winston. The catch made by Miller. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Ready? Back 25 behind. Check 45. Come on. One twist.
From the gun, Winston. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Wide, get wide. Kill.
He'll drop to throw. Got some room at the 30. Safarian Jenkins has it. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check nickel. Deuce. Check.
He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Oh, some strong running. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense, pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run once more with Henderson. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? Black, we get that. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 16-yard line.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And the Falcons have wound up winning that football game. A win would be their first of the young season. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Washington, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week